And we're back. How you doing, Mitchell?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Kind of sounded like, all right, all right, all right. You know what? I don't have the voice. I don't have the voice. Who am I kidding? I'm just gonna
Gotta
stop
gotta work
talking
on
now.
that.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today?
Ooh, ooh. My favorite topic. Read. I like reading. Not for exams or tests or the MCATs, but I like reading. So, the topic is how to read faster.
It's a good topic. Good topic.
Yeah. We recently made me and Zach were talking the other day, and we actually took a read speeding test. I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
I'm between I'm between 350 and 400. Zach, what were you?
I vary. It's somewhere in 600 to 700 range, depending on the
Okay,
material.
so if I remember correctly, I'm like an average. I'm a good. I'm not average. I think I'm between good or average. I don't remember, but I think Zach is like a very excellent reader. Now we're talking about words per minute. Okay, so that was like a 350 words per minute. So let's help you out to read those books faster and just read that MCAT book faster if you're reading for the MCAT or if you're taking the any other exam or if you're just reading for pleasure. So number one will be learn to not subbicalize. Tell me, what is that, Zach?
You know when you're reading in school and you're reading the words in your head because you're like, I don't want to embarrass myself.
You know what? I used to do that a lot.
That's where all the Subbicalize came from, actually. Just from like school, you're like, I gotta read this so I don't mess up when a teacher calls on me. That's where this entire issue comes from.
You know what? I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
So to stop doing this is kind of hard once you get in the habit of doing it. To be honest, do you have any tips for that?
No, I actually don't. I stopped subbicalizing a long, long time ago, so I don't. Do you?
Yeah. So some tips in the groups I'm in, they say count backwards, count forwards, do your alphabet
Okay,
backwards while
that's
you're reading.
yeah, that sounds a little bit impossible. No, that sounds hard. Doable, sure, maybe, perhaps.
Counting forward you could do pretty easily.
You say count backwards.
You do both. You do one or the other. But if like count forward doesn't work for you, you can do count backwards and do alphabet backwards.
You know what? Do the alphabet backwards. It's like I don't even know the alphabet, man. C Y X. You know what? And that yeah, I'm done right there. That's as far as I got. I feel like if I get pulled over and the cop says do the alphabet backwards,
I'm
I would
screwed.
just be like, just give me the ticket. Like I'm done. Just give me the ticket. This MCAT is killing me. Anyways, all right. So we have counting backwards and
Or forward if you can't count backwards.
or forward. What else? What other advices do you have for not subbocalize?
That's really about it.
Okay, just try not to.
Just practice, really.
Try. Yeah, just practice. So let's go to number two. Determine your reading level. So there are many websites online that you can get, which you can timer or you can time yourself and the speed that you can read. Now, one thing is read fast, and the other thing is like retention. So you have to practice. You don't want to just read to read. You want to be able to have somewhat of a good retention above 50%. Between 40 and 50. Above that, you should be able to retain what you read. So you have to determine your reading level. There are many websites online. Mine is 350. Yours can be 190, and don't feel bad, or yours can be 700, which you shouldn't even need to watch this video. So I'll just tell you to like maybe just stop watching because this is not for you. All right. So number three. This is really really important that I learned. I'm gonna say a few months ago. Zach sent me a video. It's use your finger or a pointer. Have you done this?
Yeah.
I don't use my finger. I feel like it hurts after some point.
I
I
read
use a
on screens
pointer.
all the time, so like if I'm on my iPad, I trace with my pencil,
Yeah,
or if I'm on my
pencil.
computer,
I
I use
use
my
the
mouse the
pencil.
entire time. So I'm like, oh, there it is. I'm reading right now with my mouse.
Oh no, I don't think I could do the mouse. But with the pencil, yes, I could. That's what I usually do when I do prefer reading books like when I can like physically hold them instead of reading them online. I know that you prefer to read on the computer more so than anywhere else.
Mostly iPad.
But
I hate
remember,
reading on computer screens.
uh, if you do read on computer screens, get blue light glasses, or try to take some breaks because your eyes will get tired, will get dry, and you don't want that to happen. All right, so let's go to number 4. Minimize the movement of your eyes. So what I was when I was learning how to speed read, it says that you have to minimize the movement of your eyes. So like if you look from the left and you try to move to the right, and if you cover one eye and you do the same thing, look from the left all the way to the right, you will kind of see that your eyes don't move in a fluid motion. Like it kind of stops in between. It's kind of does some like stops in between. So it's not fluid. It's not constant. So to be able to help um, the stopping in between, to be able to help you read faster, what you do is you move your head with the speed of your eyes as you're paying attention to what you read. You move it at the same time. It's just slightly moving from left to right if you're reading from left to right, or if you're in a different country and if you're reading manga, then you have to read from right to left. But that's a different story. So make sure that you do pay attention to that. Use your head slightly to read. Um, so let's do number 5, which is really cool. Which is I also learned thanks to watching a video not so long ago, which is skip some words that are not important. Let's talk more about this, Zach. I feel like that's your topic right there.
So skipping words are important. So like in this sentence by itself, skip some words that are important. So you can look at the sentence and you know what that is, you know what R is. So really, I'm just reading skip words important, and then not maybe because not's important. But like you know what like filler words are, and you're kind of like filtering out the filler words while you're trying to speed read. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
That's basically all it is.
Filter those out. Yeah, you don't really need to read all those ones.
Like you see the speed limit
My
sign, like you know what the speed limit sign looks like, and you know it's what it's gonna say. So you're like you don't even read that. You see the number and you're done.
right, perfect analogy. Okay, so a number 6 will be practice, 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 practice. The more you practice, the easier it will be for you to speed read, the better you will get. Just like with MCAT, the more you study, the better you will get. That's the only thing you can do is just practice. Do you have anything else you want to add on to this?
Yeah. So in addition to practice, I do have a bonus tip that you need to practice, and that's basically a 5 minute exercise you can do.
Okay,
So what you do is find something to read. You read
okay,
for I don't know 5 minutes at a like casual pace. Like you're not trying to like force yourself to read. Like read at a speed you can comprehend mostly at. You read that passage. You mark where you end at. Now you're gonna go back to the beginning of the passage. Now you're gonna do it in 4 minutes. Do it again, and you get where this is going. You're gonna go to 3 minutes now. And try to get there again. And then 2, then 1 minute, and then you're done for the day on that exercise. You can do that later on in the day too if you want.
and have you done this exercise personally?
I have, but since my reading speed's already like pretty quick, it doesn't help me as much. But like I've seen people go from like 200 words per minute to about 400 or 500 words per minute after a couple of months of doing it. So
Okay, consistency. Okay, all
it
right, I'll
just goes
try
with
that.
practice.
I'll try that.
Just goes with practice. So
Whenever for number 5, whenever we were talking about skipping some words that are not important, one thing that I should mention is there is a method whenever you read the middle of the page, which you don't end up reading. You use your peripheral vision to kind of fill in the words at the end of the page. So the last words at the end of the page, or the beginning, at the beginning of the page that you're reading, you kind of read in between. So if you think of a column in the center of the page of the book that you're reading, that's where your eyes should be focusing on, from left to right, left to right, left to right. Um, that will also help you to read a little bit faster. and that way you can finish a book in a day, like I usually do, often do. I hear Zach finishes like 2 books in one day. He's a monster.
If I want to read, sometimes I don't want to read, so
Yeah,
it's like
sometimes it's tedious, but you kind of have to sometimes,
yeah,
especially with the MCATs.
yeah, cuts a lot of
All
reading.
right. Yeah, it is.
That's it,
All right, I
everybody.
think we're done for tonight. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. And come back in a couple days. We will have different videos.
Let's see ya.
All right. Peace out.